you join us at a very sombering moment here at Carbonwurks, and we did a video similar to this recently, and you might be wondering why we both stood in front of our development N4, and there's a very good reason for that. And Sam, the day has come where we're going to be releasing this to the wild.
We get to kiss goodbye to another grey car.
We do, we do, yes. Another very similarly wrapped grey car, and yeah, it's emotional, this one. It's emotional. You know, we've had this one for a little while. This has been our introduction to the G series platform, and what an intro it has been. So
certainly set us off on a good few customers' cars.
Oh yes.
Beginning to forget what F series looks like now.
I know. Well, you wouldn't believe we've got one just outside, but for the time being, this is the one that's at our top of mind and focus point. It's yeah, the time is to move on, and there's a good reason for that. We have. And there's some good news, Sam, and it's
good news.
It's not the new Dacia Sandero before you say it.
Oh, okay.
We have an M3 Touring coming, so that is ready to be delivered. So we're now going to get rid of this car and move on to the next thing. So I thought let's just talk about this car because it was quite a pivotal point for us. We moved into this place. This is obviously what we did with the G series platform, bits and pieces. So let's talk about the history of this car.
We've been enjoying it for a while now.
We have. So I bought this, or the company bought this when was it? That's a good question. It was October 2021. There you go. So it's been a year and a half. That's a good innings
for a car in your
Isn't
ownership.
It? Yeah, I know. It's done pretty well. So we got this one as it was second-hand when we bought it. It was actually a sales director of BMW. It was his car. And the good thing about this car is actually it was before all the chip shortages. So effectively, we managed to get a really high-spec car, and we still had all the other features on that a lot of cars don't.
Which is why you point blank refused to let me strip it out.
Yeah, exactly that. It's too good to do that. And there was a discussion whether we turned this particular car into a track car, but we decided not. So bought this one a little while ago, and it was purely for development work. So we got this just to develop carbon on it. So as you can see on the bits here, and you can probably look through the rest of our videos on YouTube, and obviously as you've probably seen Sam fitting a lot of these bits and pieces. Yeah. We've done the full works on this, the full carbon works.
Various packages.
Exactly that. Yeah. It's had many different iterations. It's had Sam ripping that, I say ripping off. It's not been carefully.
That bumper's almost quick release now.
It is, yeah, near enough. I mean, you can probably have that off in about 3 minutes flat. But yeah, we've gone through the car, we've developed various packages. We've worked with other companies as well with this car. So obviously Quicksilver is one that we developed the exhaust with.
Hiding away at the back end there somewhere.
It is, yeah, it's tucked under the back. So, you know, from in the inception of this car, it was to develop and test these parts and these packages. So, you know, that's why me and you went to Silverstone. It wasn't necessarily just to leave some smoky burnouts, some smoky drifts. It was to test the components. So we tested the exhaust, and the first iteration wasn't actually good enough, quite frankly. And Quicksilver said, yeah, we're going to make this one better. So then we gave them the car again, it went away, and then created what is now an epic sounding exhaust. So we've developed this car ourselves. We've worked with companies like Quicksilver who've developed exhaust systems for this, and they've had it for months as well. You've had the pleasure of working on it at the same time.
A few times, yeah.
Absolutely. But yeah, we've obviously done all the various carbon packages. We've got a few bits under the engine bay still. The Downstar kits, that was quite cool.
Yeah, there's some bits hiding underneath there.
Yeah, that was always good fun. Is it a kit that I will be able to fit, do you think, or is that a Sam only installation?
I mean, you got 90% of the way there.
That's true, yeah.
I think there's just a couple that required reinforcement.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I think you're 90% of the way there. So
yes, we've worked with quite a few different things. We obviously tested the new dash cam. It's been wrapped, by UTWS. So they did the wrap on this car as well as our Clio. So it's been through the hands of many other partners that we work with and collaborated with.
It's had several different wheel colours from memory as well.
You're right, this is the third colour actually. Yeah. So the first one was that anthracite, then we went to that copper bronze, which is your favourite, I believe.
Yeah, well, I mean, the black's grown on me, but I think, I still miss the bronze.
It does look cool, the bronze.
Unique, yeah.
But I feel this is
But
more
we can't
for
let
the
anyone else have that. So now
no, exactly that. Yeah, we've patented that colour. Yeah. That is a Carbonwurks only colour, so no one else is getting that. So and obviously we've done quite a few videos with this car. We've shown the various components, and obviously me and Tim have been doing that. But Tim, this is why I've got this list here, because there's quite a few things I was going to say. And one, the man behind the camera, Tim, has told me to mention the issues we had with this car, because everyone wants to know what went wrong. There's nothing went wrong. Honest. No.
Yeah, just the seat to steering wheel interface.
Yeah, it was. It's just the squishy bit that was behind the wheel. Now every car does have its issues. This one, in fairness, was pretty bulletproof, but we did have a few issues. Tell me what happened with the brakes.
The brakes?
Yes, I said,
well,
Sam, here's some nice braided
it
lines.
was a standard Daniel will upgrade that because why not situation, which went swimmingly well up until the point that we tried to use them and it decided we had about 15% capacity, I think, from memory.
Yes.
It's probably the slowest journey I've ever made in recent history because, the alternative option was to send up the back of whoever was in front.
Exactly that,
A bit of online BMW diagnostics later and we got it all firing up again. But that was sort of the first foray into the brake-by-wire servoless brake system that was on it, so that's quite interesting.
It was an
kept us on our toes because, as per usual, it was T-0 hour to Silverstone.
Yeah, exactly that. And it was I remember you called me saying, it's all done, it's great. You just got no traction control, no ABS, no stability control or anything. So, that's going to be great on track. We're gonna love that. But yeah, you're right. Just a bit of diagnostics. That's all that sorted that one out. So
we got that through in the end.
So that was one issue, all sorted. Then I will tell you about some development work actually that we had an issue with. And there was only one bit we had a problem with. And do you remember what that was? You know, we'll be here all day.
I'm feeling it.
You might guess the wrong thing.
I'm feeling it could be related to drilling holes in it for the spoiler, but I might be wrong.
Well, I mean, the spoiler was a nerve-wracking experience because that was the first one we did. But to be fair, that was all sorted.
You got that done.
The one that I remember, and it was the smallest component on the car that we produced, and that was the tow hook cover for the rear diffuser. That we only found out on circuit through testing that if the tolerances are tight and it fits really snug, if you hit and go over curbs, the frequency will pop out. So I came back looking at the back of the car thinking something's missing. So we had to redesign the tow hook cover so it has a little bit more tolerance. So if it moves, it's not, or if the car moves, it's not going to pop out.
Too big to pop out. Yeah.
So it's the little things like that. So to be fair, that was pretty much the only couple of things we really had wrong with this car. Otherwise, it's been an amazing journey.
Yeah.
And
for me, it was just keeping up with your demands, really.
You did a good effort.
Always something new going on with this.
Absolutely. Well, so the question is, what's next? And that is an M3 Touring. So you're going to see this M3 Touring come in and you're going to double take because it's not going to look too different to this colour. So this is wrapped. The new M3 Touring is actually a painted frozen pure grey, they call it. So that's going to be a really nice factory finished satin paintwork.
And I'm not going to get to strip that one either.
No, of course not. No. Well, I've got an idea what we might do with that. You guys have to tune in with the M3 Touring because we've got some really interesting bits that no one has put on an M3 Touring as of yet. So that's going to be exciting. But there's only one last thing I've got to say, and that's thank you very much for all the work on this car.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Enjoy the break.
I finally got to drive it last week as well.
Exactly that. Enjoy the break because you're going to be doing the same again in about 3 weeks' time. So that's me done. Hope you enjoyed the videos, guys, and stay tuned to see the M3 Touring because that is going to be a really cool project. But also, thanks to those guys.
So come and buy it.
It is for sale. It might not be in 2 hours' time. We've got someone turning up, but thank you guys for your likes, your subscribes, watching the videos with this project. We created a cinematic video with this car, which we did with Lewis Mack, who's Lumac Media. A little shout out to him. Great video. It's been a great journey, but thanks to you guys watching, and
stay tuned for the next one.
Stay tuned for that one. Right, I'm gonna go cry.